powerful storm on the West Coast. Yosemite National Park is closed indefinitely after getting 15 feet of snow, and crews are working round the clock in Gold Run, California. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman is there with the latest.
That whiteout in California's Sierras, a 6-foot onslaught of snow. The winds at 50 miles per hour. In these images from Truckee, you can see the intensity of the blizzard as it moves in. This car finally getting traction as plows make run after run to try to clear the roads. And millions are struggling to dig out. In San Bernardino County, a state of emergency.
You can't even see my house. It's like all the way to the top.
Driving on the snow-slammed roads considered impossible, highways closed to traffic.
This is I-80, one of the most trafficked east-west thoroughfares in the entire country, and it is completely socked in right now, close to all traffic, with the snow coming down at about a foot an hour.
We surveyed I-80 with the California Highway Patrol.
How important is this section of I-80 in terms of commerce and the movement of goods?
It's very important. There's tons of truck traffic and stuff coming from the port area going up over the hill to Reno. And there's, thousands of trucks a day travel this road.
In Yosemite National Park, as much as 15 feet of snow falling, homes buried up to their chimneys. Crews working to restore critical services. The park closed indefinitely.
And Matt Gutman joins me live now from Gold Run, California. Matt, parts of California have seen up to 109 inches of snow in just the last week. So where are they putting it all?
That's the million-dollar question. They don't know, and that's one of the biggest challenges for communities like this. They are so buried that once they can actually get those snow plows in, you might be able to hear a car skidding behind the camera, by the way. Once they can get those plows in, they've got to find a place to put it. You may not be able to make that out, but behind me right there is a gas station sign completely obscured. I'm just going to make my way over here, Dan, for 1 sec so you can see. Cars, trucks, unrecognizable. This is a pickup truck, by the way. So they've got to figure out a place to put it. The mounds get higher and higher, and eventually they run out of space. So it is a legitimate and major concern for towns like this here. Diane?
Matt, California's gotten nearly twice as much snow as normal. So how does this impact the mega drought out west? Is there any good news in here?
Right, it's 180% of the average annual snowfall, which is great news, right? And you've probably seen satellite images of reservoirs filling up. It looks a lot better, it looks a lot healthier. But hydrologists are telling us that it can take years or even decades of wet, rainy seasons to replenish the aquifers underground. That's where California gets most of its drinking water. So we're not out of the woods yet, but this certainly helps, Diane.
All right, we'll take the bright spot where we can find it. Matt Gutman in Gold Run, California. Thanks, Matt.
The same year Martin Cooper invented the cell phone, fast forward 50 years, now he's raising concerns about the dark sides of technology, like loss of privacy and the spread of harmful content. Jimmy Fallon is here, host of Fox Across America. So, it's kind of interesting to basically to invent something and then live long enough to see that it's ruined everybody's life.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I want to defend him. The cell phone he invented is not the cell phone ruining our lives.
True.
First and foremost, you didn't have to worry about people spending too much time on that cell phone because it was so heavy you needed 3 people to lift it. So you couldn't just scroll it all day. The issue really was social media, because that's what brought us to this other place where you're losing your information and we all hate each other. Yeah. It's not that we can't coexist.
Actually,
we coexist too much.
It's the digital phone.
Yes.
It's not the regular old flip phone.
Yeah, this guy's okay. He just wanted to make a phone call. E.T. wanted to phone home.
Okay, TikTok's rolling out new controls, all right, for people under the age of 18, which is very interesting because Senator Josh Hawley wrote out his idea for people under the age of 16.
Yep. Well, listen, TikTok is engaged in a very aggressive image rehabilitation exercise right now. They're getting banned from like municipal phone systems at a time when they know that they have been detrimental to the well-being of kids. And what they realize here is it's a win-win. You get credit for looking like you care, but they only need a few minutes a day to steal your kids' information, so they don't need them on there for 3 hours, so it looks like a win. And this is one thing I just got to say as a parent, this is the offshoot of lockdowns and homeschooling that was so detrimental to kids, they got so addicted to screen time. My son Lincoln watched so much TikTok, he didn't know there were lockdowns till 3 months in. He was like, wait, you guys have been home this whole time?
This is a good idea, though.
Yes,
and we all know that China
100%.
does this. China does it from the heavy-handed state control.
Yes,
this is parents being allowed to do it.
I'm all the way on board with it. I think it has to happen. I think it's good. It's better.
Wait till you break the news to Lincoln. Oh my gosh.
Hey, so the Bidens went to dinner last night in D.C. at an Italian restaurant called the Red Hen, and apparently it's caused a little bit of an uproar because they ordered the same dish. And let me tell you what it was. It was rigatoni. Wait, no, I had a whole...
2 orders of rigatoni.
Yes, but they also got, 2 glasses of red wine.
Yes. Listen, on a basic level, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, do you guys wear matching pajamas at home, too? But I believe you might have a theory. I have one. I know how we got to where we are.
Oh, okay, what's your theory?
Anyone who's ever waited tables will tell you exactly what this is. The Bidens, for whatever you think of them, are at an adorable age as a couple, where the wife will often tell the husband what he can and can't eat. If you've ever waited, this is exactly how this goes down. You go over to the table and he's like, I'll have the steak. And she's like, not with your cholesterol, you won't. Bring him the rigatoni. If somebody had a video of this, you would see right as the waiter walked away, she smacked him in the back of the head and was like, what's wrong with you? Red meat.
I just looked up the image of the rigatoni from the Red Hen, and I don't blame him.
No, it's a win.
We'll take 2 to go.
Well, I guess some couples prefer to have 2 separate things so that you can try, but I don't usually do that because Peter has very different tastes than me. Like, I don't like seafood or fish.
Yeah.
He probably would order that. You know, I think that we can give him a break on this one.
Yeah, we can defund the dinner police for sure. Okay, I'm with you there.
We'll deconflict.
There it is.
Have a great day
You guys.
on your busy day.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Θυμάμαι εγώ προσωπικά είναι να νιώθω ένα φρενάρισμα έντονο, ξαφνικά να βλέπω σπίθες και φλόγες στα πλάνα των παραθύρων και μετά ένα ξαφνικό σταμάτημα. Στο ξαφνικό σταμάτημα, εντάξει, πανικοβληθήκαμε όλοι, βγήκαμε έξω, σπάσαμε το τζάμι και μετά αντικρίσαμε ένα χάος. Ήταν ένα πλάσμα.
We turn now to the war in Ukraine and to Russia, and tonight drones hitting deep inside Russia, one not far from Moscow. Russia is saying those drones were sent by Ukraine, targeting oil and gas facilities. And Vladimir Putin ordering tighter controls at the border, acknowledging in public, quote, there have been losses on the battlefield. ABC's James Longman in Ukraine tonight.
Tonight, a series of mysterious drone strikes inside Russia, according to the Kremlin. Videos circulating online show an explosion at an oil depot, smoke billowing into the sky. Another drone believed to be targeting a gas facility striking deep inside Russia. It came within just 60 miles of Moscow. The Kremlin blaming Ukraine, but so far no claim of responsibility. Vladimir Putin today ordering his Federal Security Service, the FSB, to take over border security. And he even made a rare admission, saying there have been losses in our ranks. Many of those losses are in eastern Ukraine, in Bakhmut. Desperate for a win after more than a year of war, Moscow is sending in fighter jets, battering endless buildings with artillery and losing countless lives, all to take now ruined Bakhmut. Those determined to stay, trying to survive with the relentless sound of gunfire and explosions. Buildings burning, but no one is coming to help here. But Ukraine's spirit of survival unbroken. Today, Ukraine announcing additional units are on their way to Bakhmut. The soldier saying, though the city is on fire, Ukraine will live.
And so let's bring in James Longman live from Kyiv tonight. And James, of course, the other development we're also watching involves Belarus. Wanted to show everyone at home the map tonight. Belarus, of course, bordering Ukraine and Russia. The president of Belarus with close ties to Vladimir Putin. Tonight, that president is in China for meetings.
Yeah, President Lukashenko is Vladimir Putin's closest ally, and his presence in Beijing tonight is only going to add to the concern that Western officials have that China may seek to arm Russia. If that happens, it adds a new, dangerous global dimension to this war. David.
James Longman, live in Kyiv for us. James, thank you.
Here at home, we have the latest on the train carrying 30,000 gallons of liquid propane derailed in Florida as Ohio cleans up from their toxic accident. Victor Akendo has the latest. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Rebecca. The railroad company telling ABC News that a second propane tanker also derailed, but that one stayed upright. Officials using thermal imaging to examine those tankers and say so far there is no leak, but warning those nearby that if conditions change, they might have to evacuate.
This morning, the investigation is underway after a train carrying more than 30,000 gallons of propane fuel derailed in Florida.
Can you identify the hazardous material?
Crews in Sarasota, south of Tampa, finding that propane tanker and 4 boxcars carrying sheetrock off the tracks toppled on their sides.
The thought of a 30,000-gallon liquid propane tanker on its side, that's a bit of a concern.
Officials saying so far there is no leak, but warning nearby businesses they may have to evacuate if conditions change.
If we had to evacuate this area, it would have been about a square mile we had to evacuate.
More than 150 feet of track uprooted and destroyed. The railway operator Seminole Gulf estimating that repairs will not be completed until next week. This as the head of the EPA makes a return to East Palestine, Ohio, the town at the center of that toxic train derailment.
I recognize there has been a deficit of trust.
Officials installing up to 3 water monitoring wells out of an abundance of caution, but say testing has shown no signs of contamination from the derailment in the air or the town's water system.
As for the hazardous waste from Ohio, Indiana's governor objecting to the EPA's decision to send some of that waste to his state, saying that there has just been a lack of communication. Robin?
Seems to be the case, Victor. Thank you.